This is southwestern Germany, near to where the Austrian, German and Swiss borders meet. Here is a rich and lovely pastoral country. There is in fact no finer farmland in all Europe. Both the country and its people have a fascination and a spell that is not to be denied. During haymaking days, the friendly, smiling peasants are busy in the fields from morn till night. Here the hay is finally dried on wooden racks, locally called wooden horses. Work starts at daybreak, and the people take their meals to the fields because they don't live on the farms, but in villages, often far away. The ox-drawn cart is the general means of transport on the old peasant farms of this area. The German farmer is a good husbandman. He loves his land, he knows it, and he cares for it. The women, too, take a very active part in agriculture, especially at harvest time. Here, much of the old order reigns. The mower uses the scythe, a happy contrast to the noisy, clanging tractor of today. Haymaking brings back happy memories to many of us, especially when we can see the work being done in the old ways. On the small farms, the women take the hay from the fields in curious long baskets, which they carry on their backs. This basket is in fact used for a multitude of purposes. The farm villages are most picturesque. They have a charm and a character quite of their own. Most of the houses are built of wood and plastered stone, and many of them are elaborately adorned with beautiful rustics who are masters in this difficult kind of mural painting, which endures literally for generations with the colors unchanged. Life is simple in these places. To the townsman, it would seem lonely, but they are happy in their loneliness. Here, life is peaceful and life is good, and what more should man want? This part of Germany is also a great hop-growing area. Here, the vast fields stretch in an orderly pattern across the undulating landscape. Though so far away in the south of Europe, the scene might well belong to England's Kent. Our road leads us to the top of a hill, and here we look down on Lake Constance. In the foreground of the picture, on a little island, stands the ancient fortress town of Lindau. Across the lake are the mountains of the Austrian Tyrol, extending at the right into Italy. Lindau has a small, picturesque harbor, where the pleasure boats are constantly coming and going. The harbor entrance has an imposing lion monument on one side, and a tall lighthouse on the other. Little remains of the old fortress walls of this town, but here and there is evidence of their one-time strength. Walk through the little cobbled streets and you will quickly appreciate that you are in a place of great antiquity. Indeed you are, because Lindau dates back to Roman times. Fate has, however, been kind to Lindau. Today it presents a town of great charm with a wealth of medieval architecture. And there still remains some evidence of Roman times in the well-preserved Robber's Tower. and beside it, the Church of St. Peter. Both are in excellent state of preservation. In Lindau, you can almost feel you are living in a world of the past. And yet at the same time, it is very much a living, thriving place. The main street presents a busy scene. And here are some of the finest old buildings in the town. But turn off this thoroughfare and you will find yourself in a labyrinth of fascinating, narrow, winding streets. The old Rathaus, or town hall, is a building of historic antiquity dating from the 14th century. And before the Rathaus stands a magnificent fountain surmounted by splendid bronze figures. Fountains are a great feature of this town of the Middle Ages and add much to its dignified air of gaiety. Beautiful old rooftops seem to lean crazily against one another and are one of the most picturesque features of the houses. Many of the buildings are adorned by window boxes filled with brilliant red geraniums and other flowers. Quaint wrought iron signs hang above shop entrances. Our tour of the town brings us back to the harbour, and here we look across Lake Constance towards Austria's mountains. Yes, Lindau is a gateway to the Tyrol, for within a few miles we find ourselves in that enchanting land, a country of wide green valleys framed on every side by great snow-capped mountains. Here is an ever-changing scene, to the visitor almost awe-inspiring. One moment you are looking up at the mountain fastness and the perennial snows. The next, down into the depth of valleys where rivers of green snow water rush towards the lake. These rivers seem to carry a message. They seem to say, come further and see where we come from. And that is your urge when you enter the lovely Tyrol.